That went better than
I finally started.
And most 100 feet. Fact 41. Ohio is the only state you can't spell letters in math.
Why are you
It contains the letters to spell every U.S. state abbreviation or name tag except one, H-I-I-O, but the combination doesn't work. It's a piece of trivia that sounds made up, but linguists and puzzle enthusiasts verify. 49 states fit. Ohio stands alone. Long the world is on Ohio Island. On South Pass Island in Lake Erie, the beer barrel saloon put in bay holds Guinness World Record for the longest permanent continuous bar. It stretches 400 feet. The island itself is only about 4 miles long. Put in Bay has been a vacation destination since the 1800s, and the bar has been a center for decades.
That's a
39. Fostoria is the only city in 3 states. The city of Fostoria is
one
intersects Hancock and Wood counties. It's the only city in the United States that straddles every county line.
That's a good job.
It was also one of
Sometimes
the
I
most
have.
important glass
Sometimes you tell me
manufacturing
like
sites in the country, producing roughly 60% of all kerosene lamps in America.
Aren't you afraid
Fact
that
38. Kids have been racing homemade cars in Akron since
I
1934. Every summer, kids from around the world travel to Ohio for the All-American Soapbox Derby World Championships. They build their own rabbit-powered cars and race them down a purpose-built track called Derby Down. The event has been running for over 90 years. Nearly 100 cities now no engine, no motor, just gravity, engineering, and the company built it for the shape of a giant basket. In Newark, Ohio, the Warner Brothers company built 7 stores, 180,000 square feet of office, shaped exactly like one of their hand-built baskets. Handles on top weigh 100 tons. Heated to prevent most photographic marks of architecture in the state. Long ago, but the basket building still stands. Fact 36. Thomas Edison was born in Ohio town. The man
Hey, Jay. I want Jane Doe for last. You're the 777.
Every tire on the population of over 200,000, making that fastest growing city. Entire neighborhood, Goodyear Heights, Firestone Park, housing, and that company for everyone. And also for the first group including electric flag that used to reach 2 miles per hour, traveled 30 miles from its start. Back in 30 Ohio had 6 caps in 13. Ohio became a state in 1803. The capital of Chillicothe. In 1810, politicians moved as part of political.
That was instant.
Later, it went back to Chillicothe. Then,
I just used the beginning of the element,
lawmakers
and then bam.
a brand new city
It's over.
specifically because it sat near the geographic
That
center
was
of
a
the state.
double kill.
4 capital designations in 13
I was
years.
running in a straight line.
Columbus has been the
Never
capital
had a-
ever since.
Alright, there's
Fact
on.
33. Hocking Hills doesn't look like it belongs to Ohio. In southeastern Ohio,
Why are you
there's a region
talking
called
about
Hocking
Ohio?
Hills looks like it was from a different state.
I've heard
Asheville is the
Ohio
largest region east of the
five
Mississippi,
times now.
stretching 7 feet wide,
Wow.
90 waterfall pouring
More
into
than
its
I
rim.
could
Old
count.
Man's Cave sits inside a bridge lined with
Oh,
No, man.
so narrow
Kid.
You'll be dead. I've done the most work there.
No, how about we do that for a fourth round?
An unpolished spot meant to rest
Don't you
against
So you can beat it.
That's
1,
right.
2,
the
3,
family
4, 5, 6,
started
6.
again. It was
You can use shock. You can use child
I
survivors
would
during
be
this
honest,
challenge.
you should have stayed on.
The cemetery superintendent
Child survivors are
especially
during this stuff.
documented cases of granite spheres rotating on their own. After
You can use shock. You can use child survivors during one man standing.
home to America's first offshore oil wells.
I recommend it.
Oil companies drilling Grand St. Mary.
Oh god!
Then, 1877, a major storm raised the lake level, instead of bendy on the operation.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I can't get out of here! Oh god!
Why did my screen turn red? My screen just turned red. Bro, my screen just turned red.
Also, they use admin stuff.
No, that was me.
Probably not have.
Chug is allowed during a one-man standing against all killers.
Alright, I should probably unequip random.
Ohio built more than one road. It built the
I recommend using
I
a
do have
chug.
it
They're
on.
tall.
Fast 29.
I recommend using chug right now.
Here's my best
Running
check.
for a real reason.
Then
Ohio holds state record high.
Let's use next.
Fahrenheit, set in 1934 near Gallipoli. Its record low is negative 39, set in 1899.
Next.
Ohio is like a city. Snow 80 degrees better. Tornadoes followed by frost.
I got my
Sixer.
Campaign Street Ohio as a bellwether. Fact
Dude, I'm getting
the first professional baseball team. In 1869,
Please turn it off. I'm getting tired of Ohio.
I can't.
Every player was paid
What do you mean you can't?
They went on
It's not mine, Grandpa.
Professional sports as
Oh.
The game distance in here.
organized.
Anyways, next survivor.
Yeah,
26. You can cross Zanesville's bridge and still be on
Yes, John Doe.
In Zanesville,
Army of John Does.
Bridge spans the confluence
Army of
of
John.
rivers.
Army of John.
Times at the same
doing this
spot.
now. Okay, I'll be average.
Because of its shape, you can cross the bridge.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I got you right where I want you. die with no honor.
Oh God.
Every single day.
One survivor. Scratch off.
Yeah, that's way unfair.
All Sixers. Everyone could Sixer.
No.
Everyone could Sixer.
A pen-shaped
It's right here.
designed in
Not you.
Just listen to it.
No, somebody could not.
Ohio's hills and valleys.
Everyone
Wait,
could
question. Are we allowed to do Swordmaster?
The white circle with the red center forms an O for Ohio.
Wait,
They are
being
women.
God,
Represent Ohio with 717 states.
I don't know.
God.
Fact 23.
Oh,
Cleveland
God.
invented rock and roll.
But you can't time new. Time stop new is allowed right now.
Began playing rhythm.
No!
Can we do murder mystery?
Starts calling it rock and roll.
Oh no. You had a legend board.
Dude, I got
Everybody
that
be
right
lonely.
timing before
Everybody
you
be
pounced
lonely.
on me.
But what makes
Lonely.
Only torture.
Guys, everybody be lonely.
It wouldn't only.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
That's more for
wait, time stop is allowed, right?
Time stop is allowed. All charging time stops allowed.
Community has been growing ever since.
What?
And Holmes County
Charging time stops
in
allowed.
the United States, where the majority
Cool kid, next word to someone's
Ohio.
This is all the meaning.
Ulysses
Minions!
Rutherford
Good night!
I said for the minions.
Harris, William Lee, William Howard Taft, Warren G.
Oh God. Oh God. Who's this?
Between 18
Cool kid. Everyone cool kid. All cool kid.
This is
How about regeneration boost on the last
All cool kid.
American history. In 1914,
God.
All cool kid.
an early gas mask.
One source
In
is that
1960, he used it himself to tunnel 200 feet beneath the Lake Erie.
after
He was the first
winning, can we do slasher?
Then
I think another round, but after yeah.
No, it's for that too.
Okay.
We'll do it with
The vampire.
Why is not using time stop new?
You guys, none of us want to.
Northwest Ohio was once a massive
No,
swamp. Before it was
Baby.
Northwest
Workplace is a hostile takeover! See if this is my phone! Get ready for the encore!
That way.
See if this works! It's the helmet!
You're it!
Looks like I'm a sucker!
When I was the last man, you all went after
You all like
You all went after
Question.
Red.
Can I
You
use the
all went
poison
after me.
if I'm surviving?
Like a child of hungry pigs.
The first college in the United States to regularly vote black students
Oh.
and Underground Railroad.
Question. Can we use poison? I think it would be really funny for this round.
Poison, yes. You can use poison.
You
can use any other act except,
Marshall.
Martial artist.
Yeah.
John Price.
Alright, then.
2 men
Oh god!
It was difficult. Unfortunately, something went so wrong, and now I can't do anything but stupid someone in his ways.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No chance!
The destruction was so severe that
Slasher, yes.
Miami and Surrey,
All slasher.
the first major flood control.
You can use the admin skills against slasher.
The dams and levees built after the 1913 flood.
I am not going to use the admin skills slash it. I am saying I'm not.
What?
15.
You know,
Ohio
Rick's
has
there.
old people near 8,000.
I like the Michael Myers more.
Four nests all the entire state
I
of
think
Ohio.
it's interesting.
The river is too polluted. The water was too toxic.
You know what? I'm going to flex.
Why did the water Oh my god!
Clean Water Act. Ohio's waterways.
I saw that!
The fish came back. Then the vehicles followed. By 2025, the state recorded.
Oh god!
It's not
Get him!
That's a recovery of more than 24,000.
You still ain't stopping me.
Fact 14. Ohio was
Get him! It went this way!
It elected a governor, sent residents. But in 1950, Washington get copies of Ohio.
Everyone knows, yes, everyone knows.
150th anniversary.
Right.
Not
Couldn't find them.
What?
It turned out
admin, but still.
voted mid-Ohio.
Which one?
For 150
Swordmaster.
years, nobody
Swordmaster? Yeah.
Ohio and introduced a bill to fix it.
I think it would be funny.
Signed it on August.
This is just one bounce.
Retroactively Ohio state.
Everyone knows right now.
The bill passed little Texas Congress joke.
Man, I want to be Survivor. What is it Survivor?
Time.
Wait, can we use SWAT?
Fact 13. The
which
was
one?
born in an Ohio
SWAT
car
officer.
What?
On September
Yeah,
1920. 14 men gathered on Ralph
Finally.
Ohio. There weren't enough chairs, so some of them sat on the running boards on the car. Over the course of 2 hours, formed a nerve like in the National Football League. Jim Thorpe was elected the first president. His name had headlines. The original meeting was by macros letter.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh god! Go! Stop!
And eventually earned enough money working with an iron pound by his freedom. He settled the that day. At night, cross Ohio River in Kentucky, armed pistols and a knife. The first guy enslaved people to freedom. He didn't wait for them.
Oh god!
He went and got them. He once snuck into a slave.
Let's go! I got it!
Where? He estimated that he helped more than 400 people reach freedom. His story went unpublished until 1996, when a historian found the manuscript at Duke University. Fact 11. The real Eliza from Uncle Tom's Cabin crossed the river at Ripley. In the winter of 1838, an enslaved woman carried her child across the breaking ice of the Ohio River to reach the town of Ripley. She fell through the ice more than once, holding her baby above the water, using a fence rail to pull herself out. She made it to the other side and climbed the hill to the home of Reverend John Rankin, who kept a lantern burning in his window to guide people to safety. Rankin later told the story to a professor at a seminary in Cincinnati. Listening on the bar was the professor's wife, Harriet Beecher Stowe. The Woman's Crossing became the most famous scene in Uncle Tom's Cabin. The novel Abraham Lincoln reportedly said,
You're so toad, I just
to Rankin
now!
There are salt mines beside
Now!
the small city.
No, this one.
Beneath the surface of Lake Erie, 1,800 feet underground, there's a meadow
No, this one. Hello, sweet funny side.
every day to mine rock salt from a formation that's roughly 400 million years old, deposited when Ohio sat beneath a warm, shallow tropical sea. The mines produce 3 to 4 million tons of salt every year. Much of it ends up on the roads you drive on in winter. The tunnels maintain a constant temperature of around 70 degrees. Fact 9. A Christmas story is from Cleveland. The 1983 holiday classic Christmas Story was filmed on location. The Parker family house on West 11th Street in the Tremont neighborhood has been restored to look exactly as it did in the movie. You can tour it, visit the museum across the street filled with original props and costumes, and even stay overnight in Ralphie's house. The leg lamp glows in the front window year-round. Cleveland beat out 20 other cities for the filming location. Fact 8. The world's longest serpent mound sits on top of a meteor crater. In Adams County, a 1,348-foot-long earthen effigy of a serpent stretches across a hilltop. It's the largest surviving effigy mound in the world, and it sits directly on top of an ancient impact crater, roughly 8 miles wide, created by a meteorite strike around 300 million years ago. The indigenous builders who created this mound chose this exact location. The serpent's head aligns with the summer solstice sunset. Astronomy, archaeology, and geology all converge on one hilltop in rural Ohio. Fact 7. Cleveland has the world's largest collection of historical contraceptives. The Dittrich Medical History Center at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland houses over 1,100 artifacts in its Percy Sky collection on the history of contraception. The collection spans centuries and includes condoms, diaphragms, IUDs, cervical caps, and some methods that are harder to believe. Crocodile dung used as vaginal insert in ancient Egypt, beaver testicle teeth, and candy wrappers reportedly used as condoms in 1980s Australia. There's an IUD made from airplane parts by a prisoner of war during World War II. The museum is free to visit, and there's an irony worth noting. The rubber industry in Akron brought hundreds of thousands of people to Ohio. The Dittrich has a whole gallery dedicated to the kind of rubber that does the opposite. Fact 6. You can walk inside the world's largest geode. On South Bass Island in Lake Erie, there's a place called Crystal Cave. In 1897, workers digging a well broke through into a hidden underground chamber lined with blue celestite crystals. Most geodes fit in the palm of your hand. This one is large enough to walk inside. The crystals glow under certain light, and the chamber has been open to visitors for over a century. It's underneath a winery, which means you can tour the world's largest geode and then go upstairs for a glass of wine. Fact 5. Ohio has its own UNESCO World Heritage Site, and most people have never heard of it. In September 2023, the Hopewell ceremonial earthworks became Ohio's first, and so far only, UNESCO World Heritage Site. It joined the ranks of Stonehenge, the pyramids, and the Grand Canyon. The site consists of 8 monumental earthen enclosures, 1,600 and 2,000 years ago by the whole world culture. The geometry is precise enough to rival. The alignments track both the sun and the moon across 18.6-year cycles. Artifacts found at these sites include obsidian from Wyoming, copper from Michigan, and shells from the Gulf Coast, proving continental trade networks existed long before Europe. Fort Ancient, part of the complex, is the largest hilltop enclosure in North America. The Great Pyramid of Giza could fit inside. And the people who built it didn't have kings or armies. They were small, spread out communities who came together over generations to build something enormous. Fact 4. Cedar Point is the roller coaster capital of the world. On a narrow peninsula jutting into Lake Erie, there's an amusement park that has been operating since 1870. That makes Cedar Point the second oldest amusement park in the United States. It currently has 18 roller coasters. It's the only park on Earth with 5 coasters over 200 feet tall. It built the first hypercoaster, Magnum XL 200, in 1989. It built the first Giga coaster. Steel Bend alone holds 5 current world records. Cedar Point has been an amusement park in the world 16 consecutive years. Around 3.4 million people visit every year. It's one of the most visited destinations.
I couldn't join for a second.
Because the server was full.
Yeah.
Dude, I was on to it.
Superman for 130.
I said 30 guys for one.
We're students at Glenville High School in Cleveland.
Why are you winning?
Alien sent to Earth as a baby grows up with incredible
Oh my God.
fight for justice. They call
You'll be highlighted.
Okay, so any request of games right now?
Selling millions at auction. The Daily Planet comes.
Any requests?
I think it would be funny.
I got requested dodgeball. Not just cool kids. I would have cool kids.
It's called
The river was so
Okay, wait. Doc, come here.
The 1969 fire lasted about 20
I am
minutes
right here.
and caused roughly
Let me see real quick.
damage.
Dodge over here. Hey, ha.
But Time magazine ran a photo from a much larger 19... That image became the face of America's environmental crisis.
Just
Can
saying.
I just use you?
Infected. First black mayor of a major American city.
Infected right here. Line up what you want.
Within a year,
Dodge infected.
Oh, they- See, someone's on the right page.
1972.
Dodge infected.
I forgot. I didn't do
Just
it.
aside. Dodge infected.
Today, they are opening enough to
Guys, vote.
back one. Something about
Dodgeball?
California has
Dodgeball works with cool kids.
Would
you do dodgeball and then I'll do the infection after. Okay. Because dodgeball was requested before. So I am putting a timer. And we're going to get army of cool kids. I want to make sure I cool kid equipped. Just cool kids. Don't care about the skin. Don't care about the skin.
I don't think cool kid even has any bad skin.
Wilbur and Orville Wright built and tested the machine that made team flight possible in the first place.
There was a dodgeball work.
From a river that
Greg, stop.
Okay, just
Yeah, each other. Whoever gets hit and then go out. basically. We need one person to change arm to kick them.
To the car dealer for professional football.
We might have to kick someone. Thank you. Okay, third round. Can you shut up?
Just mute him.
Thank you.
Great state. You probably pictured Ford trucks, Motown records, and maybe a few months of bad snow. But let's be real. Michigan is actually one of the weirdest.
Everyone's cool, good.
On the North American.
Who's dodgeball?
We're talking about a state that has a triangle,
Right.
more dangerous than Bermuda.
What map should be?
You can't drive to without leaving the state. And at this
I'll do cool carnival since we're doing cool kids. Cool carnival.
wanted. We have islands inside of lakes inside of islands.
I just said.
This place is keeping busy. I hate it.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but I have a better idea for dodgeball.
You reported
Okay, so
I don't care. You can name it hell for all I care.
Tommy is Swordmaster.
Today, you can literally become the mayor of hell for a day, but be warned, impeachment happens automatically
Gone down.
48. Michigan
And someone else.
lands that is geographically held hostage by Ohio. It's called the Lost Peninsula. Back in the 1830s, Michigan and Ohio almost went to war over the Mosquito Strip. When the dust settled, the border
I told them the cool kid already.
But the surveyors made a weird
Alright
cut.
then.
The
I'm pretty sure only one of them was a different
line
candidate.
about 250 acres of
Dude, I
land
did.
stranded on the wrong side. To this day, the
The
140 residents live there.
Okay, we continue. Okay, well, the point is that it's each other rocks. Lots of they win.
It is a geographical
Don't move. Courtesy from up there. Fine. Report back to me soon. Sleeping with the fishes. You were hardly worth the effort. Don't move. Stay still. It's complimentary. I've got you dead on. Get back here. Dead on. Don't move. You're mine. Right there. Playing hard to get? Get over here. No, ain't that easy. You can't run forever. Dead on. Let's find them now. Sweet dream. Courtesy from our family. Get over here. Dead on. You're mine. You will live to see the next day.
busted organized crime ring trying to smuggle thousands of dollars worth of aluminum across state lines.
Here's a gift.
Real-life version of that Seinfeld episode, but with actual jail time. 44. The Gales of
Mafiosos, we should team up. We should team up. We should team up.
Playing hard to get? You're not running. Nah, forget about it. Who designed this place? Playing hard to get? Ooh, seriously? Courtesy from our family. You could use some shut-eye. We'll find them. Hold still. I love knocking out teeth.
capital of the world. Las Vegas? No. The magic capital of the world is a tiny village called Colin.
Stay still.
He loved it so much he encouraged all his magician friends to visit. Today,
Get over here.
shop per capita.
Playing hard to get? Gotcha. You can't run forever.
If you see a rabbit in a cat in Michigan, it's probably from Poland.
Right there. Here's a gift. Could be anywhere. Sweet. Maybe it's time to quit. Maybe it's time to quit, eh?
But it's also terrifying.
You're mine. You can't run forever. And no witnesses.
In 1989, the winds were so ferocious that they actually lifted a Yugo, a tiny compact
Courtesy from Here's a gift. This place. It's complimentary.
below. Since then, the bridge authority operates a driver's assistance program. If you're too scared to drive a
I hear them. You're mine. You're not getting away that easy. Who designed this? Get back.
eyes closed. Rattlesnakes in the suburbs.
Search the grounds. They can't have gone far. You could use some shut-eye. Can't hide for long.
Oh my god.
Wetlands of Metro
You're mine. You won't live to see the next day.
20 minutes
Get over here. I love knocking out teeth.
venomous pit viper. They are shy and rarely
I
bite,
got killed.
but yes, Michigan has venomous snakes. Fact 40. The Detroit style isn't just pizza, it's car parts. You know Detroit
Betty
style.
Pace, stay
Square,
the premises.
crispy cheese.
Get back here. Quit it.
It's an industrial one. The original pans used at Buddy's Pizza in 1946 were actually blue steel utility trays used to hold small parts and scrap metal in the automotive factories. The automotive industry literally shaped the way Michiganders eat pizza. 39. The salt mines are not just under the city. This isn't just a mine, it is an international border crossing. The mines operated by the Detroit Salt Company are part of the Salina Formation, and the tunnels are so vast they sprawl underneath Detroit, the Detroit River, and even into Windsor, Ontario. There are mules buried down there. Back in the day, donkeys were lowered into the mines and they never saw sunlight
Hold
again.
still.
They lived
Hey, for that.
1,100 feet beneath the pavement. 38. The Keweenaw Rocket Range. In the 1960s, Michigan had its own space program. NASA and the U.S. Navy set up a launch site at the tip of the Keweenaw Peninsula to test meteorological rockets. They fired rockets into the upper atmosphere from one of the most remote snowy points in the contiguous U.S. You can still hike out there and see a concrete pad and a plaque marking the spot where Michigan tried to touch the stars. 37.
You are tired.
Root beer. It looks like cola, or tea, or root beer. Tahquamenon Falls is the second most voluminous waterfall in the eastern U.S., behind only Niagara.
Get over here. And no witnesses.
Cannons. The water drains through massive cedar and hemlock swamps, and the decaying plant matter leaches
Don't move.
into the river.
Stop. Courtesy from up there.
Cold tea. 36. The Michigan left.
Don't move.
If you are from out of state, this will break your brain.
Don't move. Dead on.
Turn left at many major intersections. Instead, you have to drive past the intersection, perform a U-turn in a special lane called a turnaround, and then come back and turn right. It's called a Michigan roadside accident, but for tourists, it's just a panic attack waiting to happen.
This place is ridiculous.
35. The real Gravity Hill. Now, let's correct a common myth. There are gravity hills all over the internet, but the one you need to know about in Michigan is not near Bald Mountain.
Playing hard to gotcha. I've got you now. Day.
Pulls your car uphill. If you put your car in neutral at the bottom of the slope, you will roll backwards, appearing to defy physics and climb the hill.
Ken.
It's a powerful optical illusion caused by the surrounding landscape during the horizon line. It feels like magic. We are hitting the halfway mark of our tour through the year. If you're enjoying these cuts in
Here's a
weird
gift.
history and geography, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. And
You can get you shall ride my track.
abroad in Ohio, I won't report you to the police. I promise. Now let's get 34, the Great Thumb Fire of 1881. People talk about the 1871 fire, but let's talk about 1881. This was an apocalypse. It burned over 1 million acres in less than a year. The smoking gun thinks that the sun blocked out the faraway neighbors. Port Sanilac was devastated.
Releasing
It was the
all
first
this
time the American
hatred.
Army ever responded to the disaster. 34
What extent?
We mentioned Michigan.
Why do you think I'm in here?
But let's get technical. There is a massive geological debate about what lies in the state.
I was dead. Just look at the left.
Fossil fuel is
One camping in there.
mineral layers.
Oh wait, I'm gonna die.
Yes.
Oh, see.
I thought you said the one that is hiding.
I hear them. Be ready.
That's
Right
the
there.
rocket. Rocket's hiding.
One of the most multi-diverse geologies in the world.
He came out hiding after I told him. If I see anyone hiding, I will type in chat.
This is a
I'll use my text box.
Who designed this? Hold still. You can't run forever.
If we bump into someone or sneak past them in a grocery aisle, we voluntarily make a sound.
I hear them.
Look at Yoso and the other one.
It is the first password in the Midwest. If you visit Michigan,
Yeah, I see it.
past you. 31.
I think we do very nice.
When you think of
What?
Pelican, Florida, or the Caribbean, you do not think of Saginaw. But the Shiawassee National Wildlife Refuge
It's
is
collapsing
the
time.
migration of American white pelicans.
It's just business.
White birds, 9-foot wingspans. They arrive in the wetlands. Seeing a flock of
We'll see who wins. Also our clock kid.
is a site that feels a little
Wow.
simulation.
Yeah, the hell.
Fact 30. The quick
No.
Quincy mine, deep in the key. There are chunks of copper so big they have
Place.
Dodge all my.
We are talking about slabs of pure native copper the size of railroad cars.
Let's kill it.
The miners in the 1800s couldn't cut them. Blasting them didn't
Hey,
work.
he keeps running. You might
Copper
not
is
run him.
soft and ductile, so the
Yeah,
dynamite
honest.
rather than shattering it.
You're mine.
No, it is, but I might burn.
Simply because it was too big to move. 29. The floating Detroit has the only
I got you now. Ah, forget about it.
Shall ride my track.
The massive freighters passing through the Detroit River. The ships don't stop. The West Coast alongside them while they are moving. And they mail, Amazon packages, and even pizza. The boat has its own zip code. 482.
This place is ridiculous.
28. The Traverse City Asylum. In Traverse City, one of the trendiest places to shop and eat is a former mental asylum. The Northern Michigan Asylum was built
Stay still.
have UV therapy. It looks like a Victorian castle. Instead of tearing it down, the city renovated it. You can now drink wine and buy boutique clothes in the same halls where Victorian
We'll
heritage
find them.
was treated for hysteria. It is beautiful, and yes, it is definitely haunted. 27, the first paved road in the world. We are the Motor City. In 1909, the very first mile of concrete highway in the world was poured on Woodward Avenue between 6 and 7 mile roads in Detroit. Before this, roads were dirt, plank, or cobblestone. Michigan invented the modern highway. Ironic, considering how much we complain about the potholes in today.
Let's kill it.
Let's search the premises.
The Porcupine Mountains.
Here comes the gun train.
You'll not run it. No witnesses.
It is a tilted ridge of basalt and conglomerate rock. But here is the insane part. The Porkies contain the largest tract of old-growth hardwood forest west of the Adirondacks. These trees were never logged. When you hike there, you are seeing the forest exactly as it looked 5,000 years ago. Fact 25. The Hemingway lie visuals. Ernest Hemingway's famous story, The Big Two-Hearted River, is a lie. Fishing for trout in the Upper Peninsula. But Hemingway didn't fish the Two-Hearted River. It was too difficult to wade in. He actually fished the Fox River near Simi. He titled the story Big Two-Hearted River because he thought the name was more poetic. He literally clickbaited us 100 years ago. 24. The concrete ships of World War I. During World War I, steel was scarce, so the U.S. government tried to build ships out of concrete. It sounds impossible, but concrete floats if you shape it right. However, the war ended before they saw much use. Some of these stone ghosts were sunk intentionally to form breakwaters, or simply abandoned. You can still see the remains of these concrete experiments rotting in various harbors around the Great Lakes. 23. The town that outlawed the circus. In the late 1800s, the town of Benton, Michigan, had a fierce rivalry with the neighboring town of Linden. It got so petty that when the circus came to town, they would choose one city and snub the other. At one point, ordinances were proposed to ban circus parades that had visited the rival town first. 22. The Fordlandia connection. Henry Ford didn't just build Dearborn. He tried to build a Michigan suburb in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. He bought 2.5 million acres in Brazil to secure a rubber supply for tires. He built American-style houses, served hamburgers, and enforced square dancing. The local workers hated it. The rubber trees died from fungus. Known as Fordlandia, was a total failure. Today, it's a ghost town in the jungle, a slice of 1920s Michigan rotting in the tropics. 21. The hand map is a biological imperative. You cannot talk about Michigan without the hand map. But it goes deeper. Michiganders possess a distinct proprioception where we can identify any location in the lower peninsula by pointing to our right palm. But what about the upper peninsula? That requires the left hand, turned sideways, and placed on top of the right. It is the only state in the Union where the citizens carry a map of their home attached to their wrists. Fact 20. The Sleeping Bear isn't just sand. The Sleeping Bear dunes are massive, but the legend is heartbreaking. The Anishinaabe legend tells of a mother bear and two cubs swimming across Lake Michigan to escape a fire in Wisconsin. The mother made it to shore and climbed the high bluff to wait. The cubs drowned. The two islands off the coast, North and South Manitou, are the spirit of the cubs. The massive dune on the mainland is the mother bear. Forever waiting for them. It has the layer of solemn beauty. 19. No salt, no worries. Mostly, Michigan has a thriving surf culture. Yes, in winter, the southern coast and freezing spray to ride waves in Sheboygan and Marquette. But the catch? Fresh water is less buoyant than salt water. You think that it can happen. You can see the deepest hole in Detroit. The Renaissance in Detroit, the massive Indiana headquarters, they had a problem. The bedrock was too deep. They had to drive concrete piles 150 salt layers, making it a nightmare for skyscrapers. The Renaissance is essentially floating on a sea of mud held by 17. The Michigan cactus, the eastern prickly pear. Cactus is wild in the it survives the boom by shriveling up and dehydrating itself. Effectively, in a remote valley of water every night. It's called the Palmer Light. Legend says it's the ghost of a railroad breaker. Skeptics, including show fact or fake, claim it's just car headlights on the highway 5 miles away. But locals wear the light changes color generation. Fact 15. Mackinac Island Scoop Logistics. Mackinac Island banned cars in the 1898. logistical operation dedicated solely to sweeping, hauling, and composting tons of waste every single day. The Grand Hotel. This is the but its history is weird. John Harvey Kellogg ran the Battle Creek Sanitarium, a health resort for the rich. He believed in wild things, yogurt enemas, electric baths, and bland food to cure passion. He invented cornflakes as a food so good that breakfast cereal was literally invented as an anti-rust drug. The 45th parallel marker. Michigan sits perfectly halfway between the equator and the North Pole. The 45th parallel cuts right through the state. There is a marker in that altitude. This specific latitude is why Michigan is the very capital. It creates a microclimate that buffers the trees against early frosts, allowing Traverse City to produce 75% of the tart cherries in the United States. 12. The University of Michigan's End of the World Club. This is an urban legend that turned out to be partially true. During the Cold War, the University of Michigan was high on the Soviet nuclear target list. Not because of cool, but because the university was doing so much classified research for the Department of Defense. The Phoenix Research Lab and engineering department were so advanced that in the World War II, Ann Arbor was applied to 11. The mighty Mack crew. The Mackinac Bridge is so big that once they finish painting it, they have to start over immediately at the other end. It is a perpetual motion machine of maintenance. It takes roughly 7 years to paint the entire structure. By the time they finish year 7, the painting 1 is starting to heal. Fact 10. Salt running hard. Because Michigan sits on those massive salt mines I mentioned, we use salt on our roads. A lot of it. This leads to Michigan cancer, rust. Michigan cars have lifespans and almost any stuff. If you buy a used car in Michigan, you don't check the engine first. You check the rocker panels to see if the frame is about to snap in half. 9. The Detroit Winter Tunnel is an underwater. The tunnel connecting Detroit to Canada wasn't dug. It was sunk. Engineers built massive steel tubes on it, floated them out into the river, and sank them into a trench dug in the riverbed. When you drive to Canada, you are driving through a steel pipe resting in the bottom of the Detroit River, with graters passing just a few feet above your roof. 8. Burnworth, the medicine that became soda. Burnworth is the oldest surviving ginger in the U.S. It was created by Detroit pharmacist James Verner. Legend says vanilla and spices in an oak cask when he went to fight in the Civil War. 4 years later, the keg had aged into a delicious golden. Michiganders don't just drink it. We use it as medicine. Stomach ache, burn, flu, it cures everything. 7. The Edmund Fitzgerald Bell. We talked about the gales of November, but the Edmund Fitzgerald is the star on Michigan's soul. When the ship went down in 1975, it vanished instantly. But here is the haunting fact. In 1995, divers cut the bell from the wreck and brought it to the surface. It was replaced with a replica engraved with the names of the 29 lost sailors. The real bell was rung 29 times at the surface, one to each man. And it is now on display. It is the only part of the ship that has returned home. 6. Kitchi is a spring that pumps 10,000 gallons of water per minute. The water is 45 degrees constantly. Because of the pressure of the water pushing up through the lines of the crack, the bottom boils and dances. It looks like a volcanic eruption, but it is silent and freezing cold. The fish down there, massive lake trout, look like they are floating in air because the water is so clear. Fact 5. The Petoskey Stone is a great Michigan State Stone. The Petoskey Stone is fossilized glucose coral. But think about what that means. 350 million years ago, Michigan was a tropical saltwater sea near the equator. When you pick up a Petoskey Stone, you're holding the calcified corpse of a prehistoric creature that lived before the dinosaurs. You're walking through a tropical region. The ghost town on the Garden Peninsula, there is a town that time forgot. Fayette. It was a booming, melting town in the late 1800s. But the hardwood forest ran out and then the train bypassed it. The town died. the smelter standing empty against the cliffs. It is perfectly preserved, as if the residents just walked away 100 years ago. 3. The Michigan geologically, Michigan is saucers. The rocks are shaped like a bowl. The center of the bowl is roughly near Midland. This structure is why we have salt, oil, and gypsum, but it also means that the water in the deep aquifers is ancient.
And then I'm gonna probably go back to double trouble.
Under the stage has been trapped there for 400 million years.
Whatever survivor except admin.
We have the humongous fungus, but we also have giant puffballs. These are mushrooms the size of soccer balls, sometimes beach balls, that grow in Michigan forests in late summer. They look like alien eggs. And the weirdest, they are edible. Slice them like a loaf of bread, fry them in butter, and they taste like tofu. Just don't pick them, or you release trillions of spores. The number one fact that sounds fake, torch lake. People take photos of this lake and assume it is the Bahamas or the Maldives. The water is an electric, glowing turquoise. It's not a filter. The color comes from white calcium carbonate, limestone bottom, and the extreme depth of the lake. It is so clear and so blue that Kid Rock and Eminem have partied on the sandbar there. It is the closest you can get to the Caribbean while still meeting a park in October. I promised you a bonus fact, and this one, a wild ride. The Kingdom of Beaver Island. Did you know Michigan was not a nickname, a literal king? In the 1840s, a man named James Jesse Strang, a rival of Brigham Young for leadership of the Mormon Church, took his followers to Beaver Island in Lake Michigan. He declared himself King Strang. He wore a crown, wore a red robe, and had a coronation ceremony. He was elected to the Michigan State Legislature, so he was a king and a state rep at the same time. He ruled with an iron fist until 1856, when two of his disgruntled followers got him on the pier. The kingdom collapsed, and the followers were driven off the island by angry mobs from the mainland. The only king ever existed.
If that went on anyone, I would go so far.
Kings on island cars.
I am going to trouble.
It's a
double trouble time.
Historical
They're leaving me playing.
Who's next?
Because it's gonna backspin us.
If you're from Michigan, let me know which fact is your favorite. Or
You ready?
drop it in.
Black screen time.
Our next adventure. This is the World Blueprint. I'm Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.
Great, fantastic. Just what I wanted to do.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
joining.
It's annoying. Leave it annoying.
Smell you can't quite identify. The internet loves to treat the Garden State like the armpit of America. But here's the thing, they're wrong. Like completely wrong. What if I told you that New Jersey is hiding geography so wild it includes a volcano, an underwater Grand Canyon, and a mountain that glows in the dark? What if I told you this state has its own civil war over a breakfast meat, a beach where clothing is 100% optional on federal land, and a history involving German spies? We are going way beyond the boardwalk today. We've dug up 50 of the most insane, sound fake, but are totally true facts about New Jersey. We're talking local secrets, hidden ghost towns, and laws that will get you arrested if you try to prove them. Stick around until the end, because I have a bonus fact about a New Jersey location that is technically legally considered a different dimension. You don't want to miss that.
So, who's ready?
South of Maine. You might think the Jersey Shore is nothing but land. This is officially the highest elevation on from Maine all the way down to the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico.
Wow.
That's right. You can't get that high overlooking the ocean anywhere else on the East Coast. On a clear day, you can see skyscrapers and 49. The fluorescent capital of the world.
I'm fixing my
Let's go
stuff.
underground. In the town of Franklin, specifically at the Sterling Hill mine, the rocks do something alien.
There we go. Now I can hear.
Franklin is known
Okay,
as
so
the
what,
now
this
hear
is a
you
wreck
guys.
or
mineral
something.
capital of the
Let me
world.
finish healing. Get my stuff
I'm not
back
going to say
up.
what just yet.
Okay.
Over 350
Oh wait, my mic's not
distinct mineral
on. Is it?
species. And
But
about
if you're a
half
big
of them
math
glow
fan, then you
vibrant
should probably
neon
already know.
under ultraviolet light.
Hold up. I gotta
It
fix
looks
my
like
stuff.
the surface of another planet.
There we go. Okay.
And scientists still flock here
My mic
because
is nice
35 of
working.
these minerals are found nowhere else on
Voice
Earth.
mod crashed. Okay, there we
48.
go. Okay.
The Great Swamp versus the Jet Port. New Jersey is dense, but it almost
I think
became
voice
one
mod
giant
crashed.
runway.
Hold
In the
up.
Are we all
1960s, the
coming
Port
to
I
Authority
think
wanted
voice
to
mod
pave over the
crashed.
Great
Hold up.
Swamp
1
in
second.
Morris
Anyways,
and
what are we
Sussex
doing?
counties to build a massive jetport the size of Newark Airport. But the locals, they weren't having it. A massive
Okay, there we
grassroots
go.
movement fought back.
My stuff crashed. 1 second.
Really?
And donated
Right?
Sorry.
government.
What?
Today, the Great Swamp National
Right.
Wildlife Refuge is a protected wilderness
Right.
where more
Right.
likely to see a
Right.
snapping turtle than a
Now we're good. Alright. No admin.
Civil War of breakfast meat. If you want to
And
start
know what I usually do while we wait for the game?
ask for a ham, egg, and meat.
I need a name.
North Jersey calls the
I need my money.
South Jersey calls it pork roll. There is
Where's my money at?
Yes, where is our money?
Friendships have ended over
Where is the money?
pork.
Where's your money?
Everyone's
You're going to be stuck when I'm done with you.
Drive
Excuse me.
and you'll see a massive bridge with giant red neon letters.
I'm lagging.
The world it sounds arrogant.
Are you going to go here with chaos or?
In the 1920s,
Wait for the game to start.
Again.
Did I not unpause the timer?
No.
I did not unpause, that's why.
Not a part tiger. Oh God.
Your turn.
Not like this. Wah!
It looks like a medieval fortress. Not only was it the first official reading of the Pledge of Allegiance as we know it, the first practical wireless telegraph in America. Without thought in
Yes, I'm having to do that.
Down in Little
It's
Lake
difficult.
Harbor,
It's more difficult than it
there used
seems.
to be a tower that dominated the skyline. The Tuckerton Wireless Tower, built in 19...
Oh right, I forgot. I switched to noob the last second.
At the time, it was the second tallest structure on the planet, shorter only than the Eiffel Tower. It was built by a German company, and when World War I started, the U.S. Navy seized it because they saw the Germans were using it to send coded messages to mutinies in the Atlantic. 4043. The first forget the SEC. Paul was born in New Brunswick on November 6, 1869.
Knock yourself
I got
out.
a thing for you.
Knock yourself out. DMSD.
But you will still have pretty penny.
Just use it. Go knock yourself out.
You there, get down here. Where did he go? There you are. You there, you are giving me my money. Where am I going to point? Where am I going to point? Come on, then. Where are the coins?
Everyone gets one. Everyone grab the gun. Everyone grab the gun. I'm going to so well. I can't stop laughing. No.
In a lake. If you go to the Blue Mountain Lakes in the Delta, amateur astronomers of the light sources from New York City rock
I have no regrets gonna be able to grab it.
calls itself the blueberry capital of the world, and they have the receipts. The cultivated blueberry, the big sweet ones you buy in stores, were first domesticated Elizabeth White and Frederick Cope. Before them, blueberries were just ghost town of Fox Island. Drive along the Delaware River on the Jersey side, and you'll find
Everyone gets a gravity gun.
driveways leading 37. The devil isn't just a monster. The Pine Barrens, a massive sandy forest in South is the legendary home of the Jersey Devil. But did you know there is a specific spot
Bad idea.
and that the devil uses it as a portal? Terrifyingly cold year-round. 36. The Hindenburg disaster site. The most famous aviation disaster in history happened. There is a simple chain outline on the Fact 35. The secret ringing rocks. In the Sourland Mountains, there is a debris field of boulders. If you take a hammer and strike them, they don't make a thud. They ring like a bell. It's a geological phenomenon involving the tension in the diabase rocks. It's weird. It's loud.
Salt, vinegar, and everything.
Submarines as modern warfare. But the first practical submarine was tested in the Pacific River in 1878 by John Holland. It was called the
Stay for dinner.
Holland eventually sold it
This
to
is investigation.
the Merchant
Where are my ingredients?
Underwater warfare. 33. The 69-mile bicycle track. If you want to ride a bicycle, the D&R Canal towpath is a 69-mile trail.
This one's to go.
Didn't even
It
help.
passes through major cultural centers like Trenton and Princeton, following the old mule paths that used to pull coal barges. It is an untouched green vein running through the most densely populated state. 32. Joseph Bonaparte's American Kingdom. After Napoleon was exiled, his brother, Joseph Bonaparte, the former king of Spain, fled to America. He didn't move to New York City or D.C. He moved to Bordentown, New Jersey. He built a massive estate called
We do this time. Romeo gotta go.
Perfection. I need 1 egg. 1 seconds. This is a meal for 1.